Keep my eyes wide open. There's a shift in the matrix, don't close them. On fire, but I'm still frozen. Yeah, heart don't affect is in motion. I know that they're watching. Got a feeling that a new age is dawn.
So let's skim it. Let's skim that wave that's coming and find out what we need to do to get to the shore of enlightenment. Now, I've got in this playlist, this beautiful playlist I put together for you guys, a bunch of stuff. We got breathing techniques, which is pretty much the first thing you want to master in order to clear your mind and in order to silence your mind, your soul consciousness, your ego, so that you can start the path of enlightenment. Now, it's once you figure it all out, it's pretty simple. People be like, damn, what are the actual steps that I have to go through? We're going to get into that in a minute. But before I do, I just want to introduce to you to this playlist. Now, in this playlist, I got stuff from Buddhist monks, from Hindu teachings, from Christian teachings, from Egyptian teachings, all of it. Why? Because all of it, as I read it and listened to, all of it is leading to where? The Almighty Father. All religions, whether it be good or bad, in your mind, all of them are trying to reach the Almighty Father in one form or another. So you must have respect for everybody's religion and path to enlightenment. Because even if they're not 100% sure how to become enlightened, at least their faith, could be enough. And it also says in the Bible that the power of those that believe in the Holy Spirit and all that is good is stronger than the power that those that believe in the devil and all that. So either way, you're still in a positive light if you believe and you have faith. Now, so getting back to the playlist, starting with your breathing, you must clear your mind. There's a few videos in here about how to breathe right, to clear your mind and to expel like all the carbon monoxide out of your lungs, all that stuff. I got videos in here that teach you the specific processes to enlightenment. I even got the Papyrus Book of Ani, which is the Egyptian Book of the Dead, or the Book of Coming Forward by Day. I'm actually in the process of listening to the Tibetan Book of the Dead, because if you believe that your spirit has another journey to go through after you die, these books will give your soul some kind of information you may need to transverse the wonders of the afterlife. So, because they say if you believe in reincarnation, they say every time that you're born, you're spiritually further along than you were the last time you were here. And even in the Bible, it does say that we are resurrected at least once. So even that one time, if we have more information on our soul consciousness than we had, than the next person that woke up next to us has, who do you think will be better off? You or the person that didn't know anything when they got resurrected? You understand? So either way, it holds merit to understand and learn this stuff, because your memory is not in your mind. Your memory is in your soul consciousness and the Akasha records. As you can see in this first video here, are the Akasha records real? Which they are, which is just basically the book of life. Everything is written in heaven. Every word, every thought, every vibration is recorded into the eternal heavenly server. You understand? There's no need to actually remember stuff with your mind, because you can access to any information through your subconscious, through theta waves and stuff like that. Right? So moving on, I also got in this playlist, scroll down, all the chakras from the earth to the crown. They might not all be in order here, but if you go to the channel Astro Doorway, he has them in order there, along with a bunch of resources in the description to help you on your path of enlightenment. We got the Book of Aquarius by Anonymous, which is a book on how to build the Philosopher's Stone. If you don't know what the Philosopher's Stone is a red and a white version. The white one is meant to heal, and the red is meant to, it can also heal, but it can also give you immortality. It can bring dead things back to life. And it takes about 3 to 3.5 years to create, but once created, it's easily replicated. That book there, along with this book here, Atlanta Fujini's The 5 Hour and 13 Minute Book, those two books are based off the Philosopher's Stone studies. Now, if you want to actually try to create the Philosopher's Stone, I suggest you watch the Book of Aquarius first, because in that book, he talks about the certain linguals the alchemists had to use to hide their discoveries and their knowledge because they were persecuted in those days. All right? So, not only do I got the Philosopher's Stone, I got all the chakras work. I got guided meditation videos. Just a video here on just the English language. But see, this one here I might remove because I'm just going to put it in another playlist maybe, because I don't want you to focus too much on what the actual words. I'm just going to put this. Oh, it's already in there. All right, good. So I'll take it out of there and put it in there. Boom. So that video was just on how words are like, they say, you think it means one thing, but it actually means another. That's one thing I don't really want you to focus on when you're listening to this playlist. I just want you to focus on the wisdom. All I'm offering you is the truth. So whether the truth is coming from a person that you think is a shill or not, or if the words that they're saying that you think, listening to occult science and people that understand how the words, and spelling actually works, you got to understand these people are only using the words they have available. It's just like the colors in the rainbow. I can only show you those colors because your eyes can only see those colors. So in turn, these people that are teaching you stuff, whether they say Jesus, even though we know that's not his name, or say God, which people think is dog backwards, whatever the case may be, they're only using the words in the English vocabulary that they have to use. They're not trying to deceive you as per, wordsmithing or putting words that don't actually mean what they mean and what they're saying. All right, so let's get past that. Just understand the truth from wherever source that you get it from in this playlist, and take that knowledge and apply that wisdom to your life. All right, so now that I cleared that out, so we got the breathing, we got the techniques. Now I just want to share with you a few things, because I didn't know. Like, I knew you had to meditate, you have to be pure, you can't have sex and all that good stuff, but there was certain mechanics to actually becoming enlightened that you need to know. And one of the mechanics is, he actually says it in this video here slightly. He says two of the mechanics in this video here. Is the Emerald Tablets of Toph, 6 minutes and 29 seconds video, where he says one of the things you have to do when you go to meditate, any day meditation is great, but one of the specific things you have to do is you have to put your tongue at the roof of your mouth. So like when you're running and you're jogging or you're doing any kind of activities, your tongue is usually at the roof of your mouth. He gives biblical scriptures that refer to that, putting the roof of your tongue, or your tongue at the roof of your mouth, for that way when your chakras are activating and going up one by one, for some reason that like pushes it back up to the crown chakra or whatever have you, right? This guy actually was a Jehovah's Witness that became a person to teach you about different things and how to enlighten yourself and how to know yourself, know thyself, like he has in his videos here. And that's how I grew up, as a Jehovah's Witness. So, for any of those Jehovah's Witnesses that think that their religion is the truth, you can say that about any religion. But what is religion? It's division. That's why it rhymes. There's no coincidences. You understand? Everybody really knows that's in religion, that the religion is not specifically going to save them. It's your spirituality that's going to save you. Right? So, one more of the technical things that you need to do to become enlightened. which is you have to wait for a specific day of the month. As you can find out here in this app called Phases of the Moon. You go to the monthly view, and let's say I'm an Aries. So if I did everything right for that month, on the 10th is when the pineal gland will secrete the seed that drops down to the sanctum. And then on the 10th is the only day of the month that you can actually rise that fluid that secretes from the pineal back all the way up to activate the crown chakra. All right. Any other day is good to meditate, just to keep your mind and focus and to dissolve the ego and to absorb it and make it a better part of yourself. But only on that day, whatever the day that your horoscope sign is, whatever your sun sign is, you have to wait for the moon to transverse in that sign in order for you to activate your pineal gland or your third or your crown chakra. All right. So any other day it won't work. And you got to make sure you put your tongue at the root of your mouth. You can't have sex. You can't lie. You can't deny. You can't lie to your heart or to the Father. So don't even try. All right. In the books that I've given you in here, in these teachings, it will teach you how to put yourself under control in order to get yourself to the phase you need to be in. That way, when the day comes that the moon is in your sun sign, you'll be ready to activate your crown chakra. All right. So understand that. And understand you must respect everybody's path to enlightenment. Oh, and one more thing. If you see here, the originals of morality, the 42 laws of Ma'at, which is basically the original commandments of life. We have the 10 commandments in a form which is kind of a threat. It says, thou shalt not steal, sort of like a threat or a warning. But in this 42 laws of Ma'at, it says, I have not stolen, like an incentive that you haven't done something bad. So I suggest you listen to that too and understand those 42 laws of Ma'at, which she's like the goddess of wisdom in ancient Egypt or whatever. She's like Thoth's counterpart or Cyrus's counterpart, or one of the two. I can't remember exactly. But either way, in the book of Ani, they also talk about how you have to give 42 confessions on things that you haven't done. So that's why I would say, I haven't stolen or I haven't committed adultery, in the afterlife. Whether that's real or not, at the very least, those 42, while you're alive, those 42 laws of morality are relevant. All right? So understand that. And I hope this playlist here, this is another one. This is the one I think it tells you certain things, but this one goes with the chakra videos here. Yeah, just go to this guy's channel. Any of these channels, you can subscribe to them and just keep learning more stuff, One awesome video which was this Bhagavad Gita, and one of the Master Key videos, I think it was the Master Key, The Science of Being. Those two videos were amazing. There was a part in the Bhagavad Gita where Krishna was talking to one of his devotees, and the devotee asked him, what do you look like? And he gave him an amazing description on what the power and what the Almighty Father or whatever would look like in heaven or whatever, his original source power. The same with the Science of Being. Towards the end of the video, it talks about what you see as you enter the gates of heaven. Like, what, I'm not sure if that's accounts from Enoch or from another devotee of the Almighty Father, but either way, what they were saying and explaining in that video was amazing and made me really happy and filled me up with love and hope and understanding. So either way, I hope this playlist helps you guys out a lot, and I hope, and I know, not that I hope, because hoping is from the vibration of lacking. I know that you guys will be saved if you just take the time to study and to research and to understand what you need to understand, because if you have to come back here, at least your soul, whether it be one time or a multiple of times, at least your soul will be further along the line of spiritual enlightenment if you watch these videos. Trust. I appreciate y'all. I I thank y'all for watching, and always remember the universe is here to help you in all of your ways, like Emmanuel said. Not just good or bad, but all of your ways. So stay blessed and take care. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say before I leave you guys is that the sound of the universe, in case you didn't know, what all the mystics and all the sages found, that when they silence their mind and their soul and their surroundings, that what they end up hearing is the sound of Om, A-U-M, which is the divine sound of the Father, or of the universe, or wherever we're at. They said that when they tried to find a source of the sound, they couldn't, because it felt like it was emanating from everywhere. Also in India, there's these steps that when you walk down them, they have a tone. And in the last 3 steps, which are hidden, they say, when you walk down them, it says Om. So Om is very important. One of the things I've read and hear or listened to was that when you die, you want to focus all your prana, or your energy, or your air that you have in your lungs, in your heart, and then up to your third eye, and between the middle of your eyebrows, and say Om, and only think of the Almighty Father, because what you're thinking on, every second counts until you die. You got to understand this. Every freaking second, every millisecond counts. So what you're thinking on at the moment of death is what direction your soul is initially put on after death. So if you're thinking about the world and what you're going to miss out on, that's where your soul is headed, back that way. But if you're thinking about only the Almighty Father, focusing your energy to your crown chakra, because either way, your pineal gland is going to secrete a bit of a fluid before you die. It's just a natural thing that happens. So you want to focus all that from your heart to your middle of your eyebrows, your crown chakra, and say Om, and just think of the Almighty Father and nothing else. And hopefully that'll lead your soul in the right direction. All right. So when you listen to the universe, that's what you hear.